President Donald Trump has just shaken the global economy again, announcing sweeping tariffs on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China. These moves are reigniting trade tensions, disrupting supply chains, and raising serious questions about the future of international commerce. What does this mean for businesses, consumers, and the broader economy? Let's break it down. Trump's latest tariffs include a 25% tax on most imports from Canada and Mexico and a 10% tariffs on Chinese goods. His administration argues that these tariffs are necessary to address trade imbalances, illegal immigration, and drug trafficking. But many economists and business leaders warn that these actions could backfire, raising costs for American consumers and damaging U.S. industries that rely on cross-border trade. Before we go deeper, make sure to like and share this video. It helps spread awareness about these crucial economic shifts. Canada isn't staying silent. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau immediately announced reciprocal 25% tariffs on $106 billion worth of American goods. But Canada's response doesn't stop at the federal level. Its provinces are also taking aggressive actions. Ontario Premier Doug Ford ordered the Liquor Control Board of Ontario to remove American-made alcoholic beverages from its shelves, a move that could cost U.S. producers nearly $1 billion annually. Ford also hinted at further actions against U.S. businesses operating in Ontario, particularly those in the automobile and technology industries. British Columbia is banning liquor imports from Republican-led U.S. states and considering extra taxes on American tech and entertainment services like Netflix. Additionally, BC is working to increase exports of its seafood and agricultural products to Asia, strengthening ties with emerging markets as a hedge against U.S. trade restrictions. Nova Scotia plans to double highway tolls for the U.S. commercial vehicles and halt sales of American alcoholic beverages. There are also discussions about imposing restrictions on U.S. shipping and companies using Nova Scotia's ports, which could add another layer of economic pressure. Quebec is reviewing all contracts with U.S. suppliers, prioritizing European and Asian partnerships instead. The provincial government has also launched a financial support package aimed at helping local industries transition away from American raw materials. Northwest Territories is cutting back on American imports and strengthening trade ties with indigenous businesses and Arctic nations. Additionally, the government is considering incentives for companies that source supplies from alternative markets, further reducing reliance on the U.S. Canada's response is just one part of a broader trade battle. The U.S. tariffs also target Mexico and China, both of which are expected to retaliate. Economists predict that these escalating tensions could increase consumer prices on everything from cars to groceries. They could disrupt North American manufacturing, especially in the auto sector. American farmers could be hit hard as retaliatory tariffs impact U.S. agricultural exports. Some experts forecast a 1.2% drop in U.S. GDP. Financial markets may also experience instability as investors react to increased uncertainty in global trade. Additionally, some analysts warn that these tensions could force companies to restructure supply chains, leading to long-term changes in trade patterns and may not favor the U.S. economy in the end. What do you think? Will these tariffs help or hurt the economy? Drop a comment below. As if tensions weren't high enough, Trump took to social media to make controversial claims. He stated that the U.S. subsidizes Canada to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars. He also suggested that Canada would be better off as the 51st U.S. state. These remarks sparked outrage across Canada. Trudeau quickly dismissed the idea, stating, "We are an independent, sovereign country and that will not change." Political leaders across Canada from various parties condemned Trump's remarks as inflammatory and dismissive of Canada's sovereignty. Trump's tariffs are being enforced under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, a law that gives the president broad authority over trade in times of national emergency. But critics argue that this move is more about political posturing than actual economic necessity. In the short term, tariffs could drive up inflation, forcing the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates. Meanwhile, U.S. businesses are scrambling to adjust, and industries like auto manufacturing and agriculture bracing for higher costs and lower exports. Beyond economic consequences, there are also diplomatic risks. Trade tensions can spill over into other areas of cooperation, affecting security agreements, environmental policies, and even military alliances between the US and its trading partners. American consumers are expected to feel the squeeze as prices rise on essential goods. Items such as cars, electronics, groceries, and household products will likely become more expensive as companies pass the cost of tariffs onto customers. Small businesses that depend on imported materials will also suffer as production costs rise and profit margins shrink. Some companies may relocate operations outside the US to avoid tariffs, leading to potential job losses in affected industries. Farmers are particularly vulnerable. Retaliatory tariffs from Mexico and Canada could devastate US agriculture just as they did during the 2018 trade war. Soybeans, dairy, pork, and other major US exports could face steep losses if trading partners impose countermeasures. The situation is evolving rapidly. Canada, Mexico, and China have all hinted at further retaliation, and some analysts worry that Europe could get dragged into this trade war as well. If tensions continue to escalate, we could see even higher tariffs, more economic uncertainty, and a potential global slowdown. Some experts warn that trade wars rarely produce clear winners. While Trump's tariffs may succeed in pressuring trading partners, they could also undermine long-term economic growth and damage relations with key allies. If the dispute drags on, businesses will have to navigate a more unpredictable landscape, possibly leading to permanent shifts in supply chains and production strategies. Don't miss out on the latest updates. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you stay informed. Thanks for watching.